What I have learned from talking to loss making traders over the last 2 years or 3 years, I must have spoken to at least 100 plus traders who are suffering or who are struggling. And I have certain observations after talking to them and understanding their problems. One of the key is like one of the uh, essentially the first thing when I talk to traders who've been struggling or who are in a big drawdowns or who lost a lot of money is their body language. You can like see in their body language when I get talk to them, you can see that they lost confidence. They have like very low confidence. Not only that, their voice itself is like, you can see them like say, talking in a very low voice, or they don't have the confidence level. And this is one of the problems which is psychologically they are defeated, right? And so it makes even more difficult for them to find a way out of where they are. So first thing I notice is their body language is extremely like a defeated kind of a thing. The second thing is that they are trying. Many of them are trying very desperately, but it's like if you're stuck in a mud or if you're stuck in a quagmire and you're trying to get out of it, and the more effort you put in, you get deeper and deeper into problems. So they are digging and digging, and that really creates even more negative psychology and bitterness kind of a thing. Now, the third thing which I have noticed, and which is one of the major reason why many of these people struggle, is that many of the people who are struggling are like trying to become day traders. They have a small account and they're trying to become day traders. Is day trading a very profitable strategy? Yes, for those who can make it work. But for initially, if you cannot make it work, you can rapidly lose money. So many of the people who come and approach me, I see that like their predominant style of trading is day trading, and they don't have really a setup for day trading. And as a result of that, they are accumulating losses and losses. Okay. The next thing, which is one of the other problem with many traders who are not making money, is that they don't have a setup and they don't even understand that they don't have a setup. So as a result, they are trying things or they're buying things, but there is no setup. So setup is setup condition. A stock should satisfy for it to be considered for buying or selling. And setup includes everything, which is like it's includes entry, exit, stop, the amount of stock which you want to buy. And because they don't have a setup and they are trying and they are continuously trying, it really creates a negative feedback loop kind of a thing. Another problem which I noticed with many of the traders who are like not making it is like they are not asking for help. They are stuck, but they are not really seeking for help. And as a result, they have spent a lot of time, sometimes years, 3 4 years, going nowhere. So, having spoken to a lot of these people and all the traders, what can a trader who is in this kind of a situation can do? There are out of these many of these people whom I spoke to, some of them have turned around their trading, some of them have become highly profitable. And what is it that really can help you if you are one of the person whose body language is now slumping, you're really in a mess, and you're becoming bitter, or you're like trying and you're sucking yourself into the mud more and more by adding to your losses? Is first thing I always recommend to these people, not everybody follows that recommendation, is to like actually stop trading for a couple of weeks. Because if you physically stop trading, then you have the luxury of thinking through issues. If you're just trying to like muscle your way through the kind of things, obviously things are not working. That's why you're making losses, right? So take a break, like, and if you take 2 3 weeks away from the trading and then come with a fresh mindset and with a completely different thing, then it can help, right? And the second thing I always tell people who are struggling, especially in day trading, is to like try and make swing trading work. Because not everybody is cut out for day trading. Day trading requires very fast reflexes, ability to react very fast and not look for a confirmation. Not everybody personality term might be suitable for that kind of a thinking. And it's much easier to make swing trading work because you have luxury of time. You can think, you have time to think through whether this is the good setup, not a good setup, entry, how much size, all those things you have luxury of setting. So if you day trading is not working, first make swing trading work, and then later you might go back to day trading once you have a success ratio kind of success thing. Okay. The other thing which is like, and basically I recommend to them is to like really um, find one setup idea. Find one setup idea, because if you can find one setup idea and make it work, then it's much more easier. And in order to make one setup idea work, I tell them to like trade 5 stocks or 10 stocks. Like instead of trading with a larger size, you want to first make the concept work by just making $5, $10, $20. It doesn't matter, but you 6 weeks or 7 weeks in a row, if you can hit profitability and fine tune the mistakes which you are making or overcome the problem, then it becomes easier. The next suggestion which I always give people who come like this is to work on visualization techniques. Visualization is widely used in sports psychology, and it's a very good technique. It allows you to send messages to yourself which will help you overcome some of the trading problems. And that's one of the problems with people who are not trading well, is that they are acting emotionally, or they are like acting out of desperation or fear, or like the revenge, because they lost so much money. So visualization is a very good technique for overcoming these kind of problems. If you are having problems, you need to like seek out help. In terms of like seeking out help, might be other traders who are successful, talking to them, or you seek out help in terms of basically joining some sort of a group of people who can help you. Basically, there are a lot of these kind of groups nowadays, Discord groups or things like that, or traders themselves like getting together and forming a group of traders to talk to each other and improve their trading. Because solitarily sitting there and trying to make it work is doesn't work really, because there is a lot of social learning which happens in this business by being amongst people who are successful, or by amongst people you can like and I say. Now there are other things, higher order things which you can do if you are one of the struggling trader. One of the things which I always recommend is like do a deep dive, because deep dive is going to build significant amount of expertise or significant understanding of a particular market structure or a behavior. And that amount of effort which you put it in putting in doing a deep dive also changes you, because the effort which you put in understanding that allows you to master a particular chart pattern or a particular kind of a style of thing. Even though it is a simulated, means like if you want to be a chess player, you study 10,000 past games, or you study every single game which has been played in chess tournament. So similarly, if you do a deep dive, it allows you to break away from the uh, continuously trading where you're making losses, and you can then actually look at basically changing your way of looking at things. Because a lot of time, if you are struggling, there is also a belief which is a problem, that you have inculcated certain belief about market behavior, or certain beliefs about how the market actually acts, and those beliefs needs to change. In order to change those beliefs, you need to really do a deeper reflection. The simpler solutions which I also recommend to a lot of these traders is to, like, a lot of time when I talk to them, and they are like in a really, because the whole loss has been playing on their mind, and their whole psychology and physically it is affecting them. They are dressed very sometimes very shabbily, not shaved. They're like hairs out of place and all. So simple things like dressing up well and going into the trading day with a good things. These things matter. Like people might laugh at this, but it is a really important thing. You'll see that in any other profession, people dress up for their act. Dressing up like is very much part of being a professional. And I've seen continuously like loss making traders, they're like in a really, they are just holding their hair, they are like completely like a disheveled kind of a person, like a homeless person in New York City, they are like dressed like that. So if you are one of those persons, like there are things which you can do. And at some stage also, you need to also take a call, like, look, is trading really for me? Because if you have been trying and if it's not working that particular style, maybe day trading is not for you, or you might be better off going into something else, swing trading or doing something else, or you're trying options and you lost a lot of money and it is not working. Maybe that's not something which you're cut out for, and that's another thing which you should reflect on. But if you are having these kind of issues, leave it in the comments, and I will have another video talking about how what can you do if you are loss making trader and you feel really down and out on luck kind of a thing, how you can turn around your trading.